So in today's video, we are going to be doing an unboxing as well as a thorough sound test using one of Mackie's latest USB microphone offerings, the EM-USB. So this is one of Mackie's mid-tier USB microphone offerings, which means that it's going to come with a few features and accessories that you're probably going to find useful for your creative work. Now, this USB microphone is catered towards content creators. So if you're maybe doing live streams for gaming and you want to sort of improve your sound quality, then this might be a good option for that. If you're maybe doing voiceover work, podcasting, anything of that nature, this could also be a good setup for that. Now, this microphone bundle does come with a few bonus items as well in terms of recording software. So we're going to discuss that a little bit later on in this video. And even more importantly, we need to talk about the sound quality. How does this microphone perform when being used underneath different types of case scenarios? So rather than me telling you how this USB microphone performs, I would rather demonstrate it so that you can form your own opinion. And I will do that by doing a recording on Audacity using this USB microphone. And then I will take the audio, insert it into the video so that you can hear firsthand and for yourself how this USB microphone performs. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing and sound test using Mackie's EM-USB condenser microphone. All right, so let's start off by speaking about what exactly comes included inside of this USB microphone bundle. So as soon as you open up the box, you will see that there are some documentation, which is to be expected, one of which is the user manual, which essentially gives you a breakdown of the specifications for the USB microphone, and it also talks about the different features that comes included with this USB microphone bundle. So this is something that we are going to talk a bit more on in just a couple of minutes. In addition to that, you will also see that there are two cards promoting two different types of recording software. So some of you might be familiar with Pro Tools First and also Waveform, and essentially these are software that is used for music production. So if you're just starting out in this field, then you're definitely going to find value in these cards here. Now, what these cards do is they also give you access to additional plugins for these two pieces of software as well. So once again, if you're doing music production, you're definitely going to find value in these cards. Now let's move on to the actual accessories that comes included in this microphone bundle, one of which is this table stand. Now, this table stand is of really good quality. It's made out of metal. This is probably one of the best sort of mini table stands that I've seen included with any USB microphones that I have recorded to date. What I like about this as well, apart from the build structure of it, is that it gives you the flexibility to also change the positioning for your microphone. So you can see that there is a telescoping pole that's here. This is useful because when it comes to microphone placement, it's very important. So you want to try to place the USB microphone as close as possible to your mouth, and in doing so, it kind of allows you to lower the gain, and in doing so, it introduces less of the environmental sound into the microphone, and it sort of concentrates more on the sound that is being produced by the user. So by having this tall mini table stand, it gives you the ability to sort of change the positioning of the USB microphone, and I think that this is a very nice feature that Mackie has included inside of this USB microphone bundle. So once again, great quality and also great design. Now, another thing to note here is this clip that comes included with this USB microphone. Now, as mentioned before, this USB microphone can be mounted via this clip onto the mini table stand, but it also gives you the option to mount this USB microphone onto a scissor arm stand as well through this mount that is here. So you would simply take the clip, screw it onto your scissor arm stand, and then you'll have the ability to use the microphone with a pop filter such as what I have here. So for when we do the sound test, I will actually use both methods. I will use the USB microphone on the mini table stand, and then I will also mount it onto the scissor arm stand and show you how this will sound while also using a pop filter. Now, perhaps the centerpiece of the microphone bundle itself is perhaps the microphone. And my first impressions on this USB microphone is that it has exceptional build quality. The entire microphone is made out of metal, everything from the cage going to the very body. And as mentioned before, this USB microphone does come with quite a few features, one of which is a mute button that you can see at the top here. If you want to mute your microphone, you simply click the button, and then there's an indicator that will shine red to let you know that the microphone is in mute. And then once you click the button once again, it will go green to let you know that the microphone is active and it is in a state where it is picking up sound. In addition to that, you will see that there are two knobs positioned on the front of the USB microphone. The top knob is the gain, so this gives you control over the various sound levels for the USB microphone. Now, this is useful because it sort of allows you to skip the extra step of having to go into your computer to change the gain levels there. So this gain knob really gives you a lot of convenience. The knob just below is the headphone volume control. So if you just look at the bottom of the USB microphone, you will see that there is a 3.5mm jack, which allows you to connect your headphones to this USB microphone. So this port will serve as two uses. So one of which is it allows you to monitor the audio that is being imputed into the microphone. So if you're doing any sort of music production, you're probably going to know that this is a very important feature to be able to hear yourself and how the sound is being recorded into your system. So the fact that they have included this in this USB microphone bundle is a very nice add-on. And I will also note that when I did use this USB microphone, the port provided almost no latency, so there was no delay from when I was speaking into the microphone and then onto the time when I was hearing it. It is to be noted though, I did have to make some changes in my settings in order to get the monitoring to work. So if you have any questions as to how to do that setup, just leave me a comment down below and I'll show you how to activate your live monitoring if you're having any issues with that. It is to be noted that this microphone does operate using USB. So it does come with a USB cable that's here. I would measure it to be around maybe 6.5 feet in length. So a lot of length to work with. And in addition to that, you'll see that it is a USB Type-C. All right, so the setup is relatively easy. You would take your USB Type-C cable that's here, plug it into the base of the microphone, and then plug the other end going into your computer. It is to be noted that this USB microphone is compatible with both Windows and Mac operating systems. So this is just a quick rundown for the different features of this USB microphone. Now, the thing that you're probably looking for is to evaluate the sound quality. So let's go ahead to do the sound test. I'm going to mount this USB microphone onto the table stand first, and then I will mount it onto the scissor arm stand and also use a pop filter with it just to show you how it sounds in both case scenarios. So without further ado, let's get into the sound test using the Mackie EM-USB Condenser microphone. Okay, so I figured I would just show you very quickly how to set up the live monitoring on your USB microphone if you do run into any issues. The way how I was able to get this to function was simply by going to sound settings. Okay, so you type that in, sound settings, and then it'll open up this window. And then once you go on sound control panel, that is on the right hand side here, you will see that a window comes up. So underneath the playback tab, you will have to locate your microphone. So in this case, it is going to be the EM-USB. So you make sure that that is selected, and then you go to properties, and then underneath the property section, you will find the levels tab. Once you click the levels tab, you will see that there are two sliders. One is the playback for the speakers, and the other one is the playback for the microphone. So this is going to be the playback for, let's say, the content that's playing on your computer, and this is going to be for your microphone. So in my case, when I initially got it, the microphone levels was all the way down. So I simply turned this up so that when I do speak into the microphone and I have my headphones plugged in, I can hear the audio live. And in addition to that, just make sure that underneath the recording tab, okay, select the microphone, go to properties, and then levels once again. Just make sure that this is at a decent level as well. Once you do that, that should solve any issues that you may or may not have with your live monitoring. So now let's get into the sound test. All right, so as you can see, I have the USB microphone set up here on the table stand, and currently the microphone is monitoring the audio, and I can hear that through my headphones. So one of the things that I wanted to point out, which is the point that I made earlier regarding the positioning of the microphone. So right now I have the gain on the microphone set to 50%. And as you can see here in Audacity, that the audio is being monitored here. And if I were to stay quiet for 1 second, you can probably notice that the microphone is picking up some environmental sound. Okay, so this is because the gain is set relatively high. So in order to sort of rectify this, one way would be to lower your gain and simply to move closer to the microphone. So if I were to adjust the gain a bit lower, okay, so you can tell that when I am being quiet, it's not picking up as much environmental noise. Okay, and in doing so, because the gain is lower, I would just physically move closer to the microphone so that more of the audio would be picked up. So in using this method, the audio is more concentrated on my vocals, which is what we're aiming for. So this goes back to the point again of the importance of microphone position. But we're going to go ahead to do the same sound test using this USB microphone without any additional accessories. And then as mentioned, I'm going to mount it onto the scissor arm stand and show you how it sounds with this pop filter. So let me just put up the gain up to 50% and record. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test using the Mackie EM-USB Condenser microphone. Currently, I have the gain set at approximately 50%, and I am positioned approximately 10 inches away from the microphone. So this is a cardioid pattern microphone, so it is designed to pick up sound that is positioned right in front. So if I were to move over to the left, it should pick up less audio, just like that. And if I were to move more to the right hand side as well, similarly, it should pick up less audio. Okay, and let's just see how this performs when it comes to background noise. Right now I'm pretending to type on my keyboard, so I'm not sure whether or not this is picking up that audio. Okay, so to finalize this test right now, let's just read a sample text that I have here for a commercial for traveling. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? The way the water sparkled below, a beautiful green-blue gradient of ocean, the rush of the wind lifting you as you were literally flying, the sound of the air gliding against the silken canopy of your sail. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? No? Make memories for your senses. Travel. All right, so this is the sound test without using any accessories, any additional accessories. So now let's mount the microphone onto the scissor arm stand and perform the same test. Okay, so I finally have the USB microphone mounted onto the scissor arm stand, and we are also using a pop filter. And it is to be noted that the gain on the microphone is now set to approximately 30% as opposed to 50% in our previous test. So with that being said, let's go to take a look at whether or not the microphone is still picking up the background noise or not. All right, so you can tell that at 30%, the microphone is picking up less of the environmental noise. And if I were to just lean forward and speak closely to the microphone, you can still see that it is picking up enough sound. So let's go ahead to perform the same sound test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test using the Mackie EM-USB Condenser microphone. Currently, I am using a pop filter and I am positioned approximately 2 to 3 inches away from the microphone, and I have the gain set to approximately 30%. So now let's go ahead to do the same sample reading as what was done in our previous sound test. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? The way the water sparkled below, a beautiful green-blue gradient of ocean. The rush of the wind lifting you as you were literally flying. The sound of the air gliding against the silken canopy of your sail. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? No? Make memories for your senses. Travel. All right, so there you have it. This is the sound test using the Mackie EM-USB microphone. Overall, I think the microphone offers quite a bit of value. It's built really well, has a lot of features, has some software that's included. That's going to be good to start you off in your music production field. So once again, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. And if you have any comments or questions, please drop them down below in the comment section, as I do enjoy hearing from you, the listener. And if you like the video, please don't hesitate to hit the like button, as it does help us to grow. And if you like the channel overall, please hit the subscribe button, as this too does contribute to the overall growth. So I want to say thank you once again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it beneficial. And I hope to see you at the next one. So until then, take care for now.